everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. This is Linda, and today I am in my kitchen because homeschool has officially started, y'all. I am back homeschooling my children. I am not able to be in the garden right now because I am about to fix them some lunch. But first, I need to fix me some tea because, y'all, it has been a hectic morning. The computers weren't working right. They were not ready to start back, and neither was I. I have to confess, I was not ready for homeschool to start back yet because I have really been enjoying being out in my garden early in the morning. Although it is very hot outside, I still get a chance to run outside and get some things done. But this morning, it's different. I had to get the kids ready, had to get them woke and alert so that they can be ready to log in on their computers for the first official day of school. And it was not easy. I was cranky. They were cranky. So this tea is going to make things better. So I am making me a cup of tea because one of my viewers asked me if I would show how I made my hot tea from my herbs that I harvest from my garden. So this is how I do it. It's very simple. I just take a tea bag and pour some of my herbs into the tea bag. And you can get these tea bags off of Amazon. You probably can get them at some other places, but I ordered these from Amazon. And so what I did, I just put the herbs into the tea bag, and it has a little string on it that you can pull so that you won't lose your herbs out. And then I poured some boiling hot water on it. Yes, y'all, as hot as it is outside, I'm drinking hot tea because, y'all, it will really relax you. And I do it all the time, summer or winter. And it is very, very delicious. And I'm inside where the air conditioner is, so it doesn't matter that this tea is hot. Now, if I didn't have air conditioning, I probably would not be drinking this. I'm sure I would not be drinking it. But I added some reconstituted lemon juice and a little honey. And at this point, I'm just going to stir it up and let my tea bag just steep in this hot water for a few minutes. And it relaxes you so much that right after I drank this tea, y'all, I was feeling so relaxed and so much better. Although I, was upset at one point before. I went in to make this tea so that I could, it would make me feel better. And it instantly relaxed me so much that I just was so calm. And, it's like, Cal gonna take me away. I was just feeling so much better after just drinking this tea. And the brand that I had was the sweet and purple basil. So these are the herbs that I had collected from my garden. And I just dried them in the dehydrator and put them in a jar. And as you can see to the left, I have the pizza dough rising. It really didn't have to rise, but I just went ahead and let it sit there for a few minutes while I made my tea, because usually I don't let it sit that long. I just go ahead and put it on the pan because it's just a quick, simple pizza that I make for the children for their lunch or for, just whenever. But as you can see, that purple basil turned that tea. It changed the color, and it is so delicious, you all. So if you have not tried it, you have to try it. And so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to get my pizza dough ready. And for some reason, the children always request that they get this particular pan for their pizza. They love this rectangular sheet pan. But sometimes I like to put them on the round pan, but they always be like, next time put it on the other pan. So I'll go ahead and I'll put it on this pan for them. But I just go ahead and put my piece of dough on the sheet pan, and then I like to go ahead and put some vinyl gloves on, and then I just add a little bit of olive oil to my hands to make sure that while I am spreading this dough out, that the dough is not sticking to my hands. And so that's what I'm about to do here. I'm going to go ahead and oil my hands up and then start to roll out this dough, or press it out with my hands. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm just mashing the crust down into the pan, getting the dough rolled out to make a piece of crust. And I'm just moving it to the edges of the pan the best that I can. I'm moving it from the center because it seems like it always is very thick in the center. So I'm just pressing it from the center to the edges of the pan with my hands. Smoothing it out with my fingers. Rotate my pan so that I can get to the other side. This is what I'm trying to achieve on. This is a thin crust. So I'm just smoothing it out the best that I can. Just pressing it. Rolling it kind of with my fingers. And I'm about to achieve getting it to the edges of my pan. I want to make sure that those edges are covered. Right here, I kind of make a tear in the dough, but that doesn't matter because once it bakes up, it will mend itself. But I do go ahead and kind of press it and mend it with my fingers. And then after I get the dough spread out in the pan, I like to take my roller and just roll the dough to try to get a little aeration into the crust so that it does bake very evenly and does not stick to my pan. And if you do not have a roller to roll yours out and make these little preparations, you can take a knife or a fork and just poke holes into your pizza dough. And this is where I'm rolling it with my roller. And this little roller was very inexpensive on Amazon. So once you get your piece of dough like you want it on your pan, I just go ahead and I'll add my pizza sauce. And I'll just pour a small amount right down the center of my dough. And then I'll take a spoon and spread it evenly and thinly over the pizza dough. And you can put as little or as much sauce as you want. My kids prefer little sauce. And after you get your sauce spread over your dough the way that you want, now it's time to top it with the cheese of your choice. And for this pizza, I will be using a Fiesta blend. Sometimes I'll use a cheddar and top it with a mozzarella, but this time we're using a Fiesta blend. You just want to spread this cheese as evenly as you can on top of your dough in your sauce, trying to make sure that all of the sauce is covered. I had some pieces that tried to get away, but I got them. And then if you leave any areas that have a lot of sauce and no cheese, you just want to go ahead and fill in those areas. And that's what I'm doing right here. And then I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven. So while the piece is in the oven, I decided to go ahead and open a bag of green beans that I had in my freezer. And so what I decided to do was to put them in this little glass dish that I soon changed my mind about, because I didn't want to have a dish that was in the oven that was going to be cold and then go to a hot oven and break. So I topped it with some onions and some olive oil, and I seasoned it with some sea salt. And right there I put on some black pepper. And this is where I changed the pan, because on top of all the things I had going, I did not want to end up having a glass dish shattering in the oven. So I changed to this stainless steel skillet. And I decided to add some more onions. I added some liquid smoke, since I wasn't going to be putting any smoked meat in the beans. Here I'm going in with a little maple syrup for a little sweetness, and some crushed red pepper. And just giving it a toss with a spoon, making sure that I got all my flavors mixed in good. And then I'm going to add it to the 400-degree oven. While my beans and my pizza were cooking in the oven, I decided to open up a can of pears. So here we have a piping hot pizza coming out of the oven. And I'm just going to take my pizza cutter and cut it into even slices, because you want to make sure you get those slices even, because you don't want nobody saying somebody else got more than they did. So I go ahead and I cut these pieces as evenly as I can, try to make sure that they are about the same size. And here I'm just raising up the edge so I can show you all how the crust is brown under the bottom and does not stick to my pan. Okay, so this is the lunch that the children had today. So I hope you all enjoyed this video and that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you will subscribe to my channel, and go ahead and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.